It's Check on Stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. Pat Pagano's forecast. Well, we get the return of the possibility of some thunderstorms. We'll get the full details on Pat. That'll come up in just a few minutes here on the Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio. Taking a look at stories we're following for you in Salisbury, the Affordable Housing Committee now has eyes on Lakeview Apartments. The owner of Lakeview Apartments on Millerton Road in Lakeville, they've gone out of business, and the Salisbury Housing Committee would now like to buy that building. Committee member Joycelyn Ayer came to the Salisbury Affordable Housing Committee's recent meeting, making a request for help in funding the purchase. The Women's Institute for Housing and Economic Development purchased that 6-unit house in 2012 to, quote, preserve workforce housing that was in danger of being lost to market rate conversion, end quote. The group's mission was to promote economic resilience and stable homes by developing and preserving high-quality, affordable, and supportive housing with an emphasis on underserved populations, end quote. The Institute, which was formed in 2003, worked in Connecticut and Massachusetts, but no longer exists. Its representatives approached the committee about buying the building for $70,000. The Institute paid $400,000 to purchase that property. Ayer said she understands the Institute wants to get this moved off the books as soon as possible. She heard it may want to do a closing within the next 3 months. Cases are rising and the vaccines work. Living with COVID-19 in the Berkshires among the rising positivity rates. This from the Berkshire Eagle. At the end of spring, the average new daily cases plummeted to 0, and they got a COVID-free summer, they thought. Well, it looks a little different now. Infections in Berkshire County have climbed to a higher level than at any point last summer. The 7-day rolling average hit 5 new cases per day on Monday, and those cases are taking place among a smaller, susceptible population than before, with many people protected by vaccines. More people are getting tested, and the county's positivity rate has climbed, according to Berkshire Health Systems, which has also seen an increase in its severe illness among the young, unvaccinated patients. Shakespeare and Company, Beacon Cinema, Vocal Project all landed a total of $1.56 million in pandemic relief. The U.S. Small Business Administration announced Tuesday that Shakespeare and Company was granted over $722,000. Phoenix Theater in Pittsfield, operator of the Beacon Cinema, is getting a little over $617,000. The maker of the rifle used in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting has offered some of the victims' families nearly $33 million to settle their lawsuit over how the company marketed the firearm to the public. Lawyers for the now bankrupt Remington company filed the offer late Tuesday at Waterbury Superior Court. 9 families suing the company, who are being offered nearly $3.7 million apiece, are considering the proposals, their lawyer said. A Hartford lawyer representing Remington declined to comment on the story on Wednesday. Falls Village had a very short town meeting, but at that very short town meeting, they managed to get some business done. First of all, they okayed the truck purchase and a cobble road study. The first was to purchase that dump truck for $50,000, a total of $45,000 taken from the heavy equipment reserve account, the remaining $5,000 from the truck reserve account. The second approved taking $27,500 from the bridge reserve account to fund the cobble road study to be done by Cardinal Engineering. The study will look at improving a section of cobble road and a broken culvert before bridge replacement on that road. Police are investigating break-ins in Great Barrington at convenience stores. They're investigating a string of burglaries that occurred by Monday at 3 convenience stores. The first reported at Extramart on Main Street, with officers responding about 3:30 in the morning after received a burglar alarm, according to the Great Barrington Police Department. Just a few minutes later, they received alarm activations at Cumberland Farms on Main Street and then Sunoco on State Road. Police from several neighboring towns responded to assist the investigation. Authorities determined that all 3 locations had been broken into. Cash draws and ATMs were the primary target. Connecticut State Police and Massachusetts State Police Crime Scene Services are assisting the Great Barrington Police Department. New to the primary care team, Karen Arrow will see patients at New Vance Health Medical Practice in Sharon. The family nurse practitioner has more than 30 years healthcare experience, most recently as a registered nurse at New Vance Health Sharon Hospital Emergency Department. She has since graduated with her primary care nurse practitioner certification from Purdue University Global and is excited to care for patients seeking family medicine in the community. Rising to the leadership program, she was director of intensive care at Sharon Hospital in 2006, 2007, and 8, and director of inpatient services there from 2008 to 11. She received a master's degree in health administration in 2011. More information at 860-364-7029. The 10th Annual Sunset Music Series and Car Cruise continues tonight at the VFW Post in North Canaan. Food, cars, motorcycles, music, and fun, 6 till 9 p.m. The Canaan VFW is located on Route 7 in North Canaan. It's rain or shine. The band playing today, Days Off. Weekend in Norfolk comes up on July 30th, 31st, and August 1st in Norfolk. Family road trips, ice cream sundaes, water tag, also viewing all the spectacular events that are going on in town. For a full list of events on Weekend in Norfolk, on the web, weekendinnorfolk.org. Fridays on the Green will continue tomorrow in Norfolk. The Village Green has something going on at 6:30 each Friday evening. Coming up tomorrow, Animal Embassy, exotic live animals at the Norfolk Library. Once again, that is at 6:30 tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Sharon Playhouse, their stage, which is adjacent to the Playhouse, presents Carter Calvert, Broadway's Carter Calvert. More information on this show, sharonplayhouse.org on the web. Coming up on Saturday in Cornwall, Hart Farm Preserve Trail Hike begins at 9:30, starting at the Farm Preserve on Cherry Hill Road. Litchfield Jazz Festival will mark its 26th anniversary with a live stream full day of top-flight music from Telefunken Soundstage on Saturday. The festival will be available to the public for free from noon till 6 p.m. The full lineup and details, litchfieldjazzfest.com on the web. On Saturday, July 31st at 6 p.m., the 13th Annual Meeting and Barbecue Supper at the Copake Ironworks, 35 Valley View Road in Copake Falls. You're invited to attend. Noted architect James Wagram as the guest speaker, discussing his efforts to preserve local history, including the Eastgate Toll House in Hillsdale and soon the Copake Ironworks Office and Company Store. Tickets are available at their Eventbrite page or by calling 518-329-3251 to reserve tickets. The Sharon Playhouse Children's Theater on Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 1 o'clock presents Frozen Jr. Based on the 2018 Broadway musical, Frozen Jr. brings Elsa, Anna, and the Magical Land of Arendelle to life on stage. More information, once again, sharonplayhouse.org. Our business brief is underwritten by Salisbury Bank and Trust, salisburybank.org, salisburybank.com. Also underwritten by Morgan's at the Interlaken and the Interlaken Inn. You'll find them interlakenin.com on the web, also on Facebook and Instagram, and by Viale Insurance on 75 Main Street in Lee, insuring seasonal and secondary homes in the Berkshires since 1912, 413-243-0347, on the web, vialeinsurance.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average will start off the day today at 34,930.93, the Nasdaq at 14,762.58, and the S&P 500 at 44,000.64. We'll take a look at that tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.